Have you ever felt like the whole world was against you, telling you to just give up? Today, we're talking about someone who heard all that noise and did the exact opposite. This is a story about turning pressure into power. Picture this: a young woman, let's call her Maya, with a brilliant idea. It wasn't just any idea, it was something that could genuinely change her community for the better. She poured her heart, her savings, everything she had into making it a reality. She spent sleepless nights drafting plans, building prototypes, and preparing to share her vision with the world. But when she finally presented it, the response was crushing. The so-called experts, the people she looked up to, they just shook their heads. They told her she was too young, too inexperienced. They said the market wasn't ready, that her idea was too ambitious, too risky. Every door she knocked on was politely, but firmly, shut in her face. One investor even laughed, telling her to come back in 10 years after she'd gotten some real-world experience. Her friends and family, worried for her, started to echo the same doubts. Maybe they're right, they'd say. It's a tough world. Why don't you just get a stable job and put this dream on hold? The constant negativity felt like a heavy weight, pushing her down. It felt like everyone was waiting for her to wave the white flag and admit defeat. She was exhausted, heartbroken, and for a moment, she actually considered it. She thought, maybe I should just back down. But then, something shifted. Late one night, surrounded by her rejected proposals, Maya looked at her reflection. She saw the tired eyes, but behind them, she also saw the same spark that started it all. She remembered why she began this journey, not for approval, not for money, but because she believed in her vision with every fiber of her being. That was the moment she decided they thought she'd back down. No, she was going to step forward. Instead of trying to convince the old guard, she decided to build her own table. She took her project directly to the people it was meant to help. She started small, hosting community workshops from her garage. She used social media to share her progress, her struggles, and her unwavering belief. She was honest and vulnerable, and people connected with that. Slowly but surely, a community began to form around her, not of investors in suits, but of real people who saw the value in what she was doing. The journey was far from easy. There were days she survived on instant noodles and sheer willpower. She faced technical glitches, logistical nightmares, and moments of crippling sit. But every time she felt like quitting, she'd look at the growing support from her community. She saw the messages from people whose lives were being touched by her work. They were her fuel. And then things started to change. The same blogs that ignored her were now writing articles about the grassroots movement she had created. The experts who had dismissed her were now watching from the sidelines, stunned. Eventually, one of the investors who had initially rejected her came back, this time with a serious offer. But now the tables had turned. Maya was no longer seeking their approval. She was in control. Maya's story isn't just about success. It is a powerful reminder that the biggest barrier we often face is the belief that we need someone else's permission to pursue our own dreams. When people expect you to retreat, that is the precise moment to advance. Don't let their expectations define your limits. Trust your vision, find your community, and when they think you're about to back down, take that brave step forward. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more inspiration. See you next time.